When it comes to the travel and tourism industry, the best way for companies to stay in the black is by targeting the nearly $70 billion black consumer market and be aware of their special needs and tastes.
I believe that we spend $68 billion in the hospitality industry and in tourism. And I think it's important that we know who we're spending our money with and why we're spending our money there. And so they should want us to come to their venues.
African Americans actually today have a buying power of $1.3 trillion. That number is anticipated to grow to $1.5 trillion by the year 2022. We actually have a higher percentage of a growth rate on spend than general market. General market is growing at about an 87% growth rate in terms of how they're spending money. Blacks have about 108% of a growth rate.
Unlike the days of the Green Book, when black travelers were restricted to where they could eat, sleep, and recreate, now the world is at their disposal, and they have numerous options for discovering new destinations and value for their travel dollars.
And I think it's important that we know who we're spending our money with and why we're spending our money there. And so they should want us to come to their venues. They should want us and invite us and make us as inclusive as any other community who is going and spending as much money as we are.
Twyla Jenkins is a multicultural marketing strategist. The need for taking care of the details and providing all-inclusive amenities prompted Twyla to move her I Am That Woman retreat from Mexico for 2 years back to the States.
So I didn't have to search too far, too wide to actually contact a very, very close friend of mine, Tyrone Studemeyer. And Tyrone and I instantly connected, and he connected me with leadership. She saw that vision. We looked at several properties all across the country, and we landed on the Park Hyatt Riviera in Carlsbad, California.
Given the tight margins and an ever-changing marketplace, the best way to stay in the black is by banking on black dollars.
You know, one thing that I will have to say about Rainbow Push and Reverend Jackson in all of the years that I've worked with that organization, there's been times where we've met with the hotel leadership and we've asked the tough questions about who's working at the hotel and what is the representation of women and minorities in housekeeping, in management, in banquet servers. Because if we're spending, $68 billion in this industry, we certainly should see representation of us in the industry.